Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be restarting my book stack challenge. My book stack challenge is a challenge that I attempted to begin in August of 2015, but I just kind of got into a big reading slump and I stopped doing my challenges, so it kind of fell by the wayside. But now that it is 2016, I have removed the books from the stack, I'm starting fresh, and today I'm going to be reintroducing it and pulling 5 books from my TBR jar. The challenge is fairly simple and straightforward. I'm right now going to be pulling 5 books from my TBR jar, and these will create the book stack. Every month I will have to choose a book from the stack to read in that month, and I will replace that book with another book from my TBR jar that will become a new part of the stack. So essentially every month I have a stack of 5 books to choose from, and I have to pick one of those books to read in that month. And I have applied a new set of rules to this challenge, that being that if I do not read the selected book within the month that I chose to read it, then I will either have to decide to get rid of the book or to go on a book buying ban for the following month. So originally it was just a book buying ban for the following month, but I have now decided to go either of 2 ways. And I have no set rules about not being able to read a book that's already in the stack. So for example, if for one set month there are kind of 2 books in the stack that I really want to read, I can choose one as my official book stack challenge, but I could still read the other one or even all of them in that month if I wanted to, as long as at the beginning of the next month I replace them so that I have a full 5 books to choose from for the next month. My goal with this challenge is kind of to make myself look at a very selected set of books from my shelves that I may unintentionally look over when I'm looking at my shelves and trying to decide what to read. Because I'll admit, I have a lot of books, and sometimes even when I'm scanning my shelves trying to figure out what to read, I can accidentally overlook a book that I may really love. And this book stack challenge allows me to look at a very set, defined set of books that I may be accidentally looking over. Now, last time that I started this challenge, I added the stipulation that if a book remained on the stack for more than 6 months, I would have to get rid of it. And I don't think I'm going to do that this time, but I do think that if there is a book that starts out in the stack on January 2016 and it's still there at the end of 2016, I think that's going to be when I decide this book is no longer part of my collection, because clearly an entire year has gone by and I have not chosen to read it. I may change my mind on that, I don't know, but for now that's, I think, the decision that I'm going with. I hope I've explained this challenge well, but if you are confused by anything, let me know down in the comments and I will try to explain to my best ability how this works. But now it's time to choose the books, and I will say that I don't think I'm going to choose a book to read for January 2016 just because the month is already about halfway over, so I don't want to force myself to read any specific book for the rest of the month. However, I will be starting it up in February 2016. Also, as a slight bit of housekeeping, I've decided that at least for 2016, right now, this will be the only TBR that I make. Over the past few months, my reading has been kind of slow, and I think that might be because I set myself up for failure by making too large of a TBR, and I think I would just be better if I just chose books that I really wanted to read and decided to read them. So in my wrap-ups, I will talk about the books that I read the previous month, and I will choose a book to read from my book stack for the next month, but that's the only TBR that I will be making. That being said, let's choose the books. And these are really tightly packed in here, so moving this around won't do anything, so I'm gonna just dump them all out and then just choose some at random. Okay, so the first one that I picked up is a dark blue one because I just looked down and I saw a little bit too much of this color in the pile, so I decided to take one out. So the first book that will be going into the stack is Afterworld by Scott Westerfeld. So here's Afterworld. I will be adding it to the stack. I'm kind of excited about this one because I have actually been overlooking this one. This is one that I was really excited about and I got for super cheap on Book Outlet, and I was super excited about that, and I was really wanting to read it, and then once I got it and put it on my shelves, I kind of forgot it existed. So this is kind of the perfect book for this challenge. This time I noticed too much dark red down there, so I grabbed the dark red one. Ooh, I'm excited about this one. This one is Sandman Volume 1 by Neil Gaiman. This is a fairly recent addition to my collection. I got this in September, and I'm actually not sure this one is going to make it through the month of January because of some plans that I have. But I won't tell you about that now. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do what I'm planning on doing, but maybe it will make it to February. But anyway, this one's getting added to the stack. There is just barely enough room for that one in there. I still saw a bit too much red down there, so I went ahead and grabbed another. Oh, this is one that I literally just added to this jar yesterday, and that is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. So literally, this book needs to just fall over. And of course, Name of the Wind is gonna come with it, apparently. Fun fact, these two books are the bane of my existence. You have no idea how often they fall over, and I was really excited that I had The Hobbit to keep them up, and now it looks like I'm gonna have to figure out another way to keep them up. I moved Trial by Fire over there, but this does not look sturdy in the slightest. The red is really still standing out, but I mean, it is my favorite color out of all the colors, so I'm pretty sure I just put in a ton of red. I'm gonna go for a pink one this time. I could use a little bit less pink in my life. Interesting. The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. There's just a lot of red down there. I think I'm gonna go for another red. Last one, another red one. The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. So The Book Thief. This is another really good one for this challenge, I think, because this is one that a lot of people absolutely love and I'm interested in reading, but since it's slightly like outside of my typical comfort zone, I haven't picked it up yet, and I've had it almost, I think, 2 years. So maybe this will be the year that I pick up The Book Thief. So I am actually like legitimately excited about the stack because last time there were a lot of really large books that I didn't want to really commit to, but this time all the books are pretty manageable, and so I am really excited to jump into this challenge because I already have an idea of which ones that I want to jump into first. Also, something that I forgot to mention at the beginning is that I am being a lot more organized with this time around. All of my little pieces of paper are numbered, so I have them all cataloged in my laptop so I know which number correlates to which book. So if I read a book that's in the jar, I can pull out that piece of paper so I won't have to, you know, like pull out a bunch of them that I've already read to get a new one for the stack. And also at the end of each month after I do a book haul, I will add all of my new books to the jar. So that way there will always be all of my books in the jar instead of not keeping up with it very well like I have in the past. Now I have a couple more books that I have to buy for something that I'm planning on doing in the near future. However, once I buy those, I think I'm going to put myself on a book buying restriction. Right now I think it's going to be I can only buy one book for every 2 books that I read, just because I am attempting to reduce the size of my TBR. But it could change. I could do one for every 3 books that I read. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I do want to put myself on some sort of book buying restriction. Which honestly shouldn't bother me because I have a lot of the books that I've been meaning to get to already, so it just means I have to read more books on my shelves rather than buying books and reading those. So that is it for my Bookstack challenge reintroduction. Let me know down in the comments what challenges you're attempting in 2016. I think that for me, this is the only one that I'm going to be doing aside from my 2016 challenges, which I will link down in the description, just because I don't want to put too much burden on myself. I want this year to kind of be the year where I just kind of read whatever I want to. Also, I think I'm going to reorganize my shelves just because stuff has been fitting kind of weird and I want to move some stuff around. So I think I'm going to end up reorganizing some stuff. Not sure how I'm going to do it. Let me know down in the comments some suggestions of how to reorganize this because I've thrown some ideas around and I'm not sure what I like best. I do like keeping authors and series together, so I don't think I'm going to do like rainbow bookshelves or anything crazy. I've thought about doing it by author. I've thought about doing it by series, but the problem with series is that I have a ton of series and like very few standalones. So like the standalones would be just a small section at the end of whatever. But yeah, let me know some good organizational ideas because anytime I look on the internet, it's all like crafty, fun ways to organize your bookshelf when you have like 10 books in a giant bookshelf. And that's not my problem. My problem is that I have way too many books and I need to figure out the best way to organize them and fit them in my shelves. So yeah, I'll see what happens there. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!